Hey guys, this is an abandoned funeral home that may be demolished at this point. It was actually in the process of being demolished when we came here to explore. I wish I would have gotten here earlier, but there's still tons of cool stuff to look at. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but this palatial hacienda style funeral home was built in about 1929. The funeral home
We're done right there. I'm gonna come back and give us ass.
The funeral home that took over this building started in 1908. This is possibly the first St. Louis structure that was made with the express intent of being a funeral home. This is the Southern Funeral Home in St. Louis, Missouri. If you look up this place online, you can find a little bit earlier pictures from several years ago that show how cool the outside looked. There will be a second part to this video, so make sure and check it out. And in the second part, I'll show you what the outside looks like now. When I look out the back door here, we'll be looking out a mid-century rear addition. I believe that would be this area I'm standing in. I looked online and found an interesting post about this place. It says the Southern Funeral Home on South Grand was once one of the most beautiful funeral homes in St. Louis. A historic landmark, considerable amount of effort was mounted to keep it from being razed in order to build a Dollar General store. And I read a lot about that online. This is a really cool structure. The outside of the building just was awesome. Spanish tile roof. And they wanted to tear it down and put it in a Dollar General store. Our city, with a hastening pace, is becoming less and less interesting. There's still a lot of cool stuff, but I mean, the amount that's being lost is just ridiculous and asinine. Since 2010, the Southern Funeral Home has been passed between several real estate developers and allowed to fall into extreme disrepair. Taggers have spray painted the walls, scrappers have looted the copper wiring and anything else of value, and thrill seekers have done their fair share of damage. Not this thrill seeker though. We just look. But this post from 2014 says that homeless living in the old funeral home caught it on fire. The original owners built the funeral home so they could live above it in the second floor apartment. That will also be shown in the second part of this video, which I'll post as soon as I have a chance. Now this post comes from a paranormal research site. They claim that it's not unusual to walk past the old funeral home and see a small girl looking from the second floor down upon the street. They also claim that people have reported seeing lights on the second floor when there's no power to the building. And in the post they say they talked to an urbexer that claimed that the light in the room on the second floor came on by itself. At the time of this post, they say the Southern Funeral Home is boarded over in an attempt to keep out trespassers. And they say that they're sure as the building is allowed to further decay, it will be soon demolished and lost to history. This building, as I mentioned, was in the process of being demolished, and we happened to come and take a look when the workers were gone. I really would have loved to see everything that was in the basement at one point. You'll see an elevator coming up after we look in this chapel. That's large enough to fit a casket inside, and so I'm sure they did their embalming work in the basement. I'm only sad that I didn't come here, 6 years ago. By the way, guys, a lot of times if I sound a little monotone or monotonous as I'm narrating these, it's currently 12:20 a.m. and I work today. Staying up late to try to entertain. Those are cool old Gideon Bibles. I didn't check and see if there was any sign of when they were printed.
What's that next door?
that message is kind of interesting, I guess, and there's tons of pews, but behind, or I don't know, at the front of the chapel, Hammond organ. But anyways, behind it, that Demos or whatever it is, I see his, their, whoever. I see that tag or graffiti everywhere. They've been in tons of places I can't even get into right now that I'm eyeballing. But anyways, I wish they wouldn't have spray painted there. Do it somewhere else on a wall, on a boring wall. But I don't know, I really would have liked to have seen that just without that garbage obstructing it. Guess that was some sort of music licensing certificate. It said BMI. That might stand for Bad Music Incorporated. See, this, I'm sure, was for transporting caskets directly into maybe the chapel and viewing rooms, which are to the left of this, and the chapel is to the right. You can see it's large enough to fit a casket. Davis and Newcomer, that's interesting because there's, I don't know if there's any relation, there may not be, but there's Newcomer funeral homes that I hear ads for all the time. Wonder if they started out making casket elevators. You can see in here the water leaking from the roof. These rooms kind of have the shape of arched doorways, but the whole room has this shape to it. Looks like there would have been a window or something right there that's been plastered over. You could see the arch shape. Any idea what that would have been used for? It looks like some sort of bench. I guess it was high enough to sit on, but it's got a... Or maybe it's... Hell, I don't know. Is this a stand to put a casket on? To the right. Gifts of hope. You know, I might be mistaken. This might be the part of the building that's the mid-century add-on at the rear. It sure looks like it. I hadn't thought about that. Looks like it was a water fountain. Sure, have a free beverage, but you can't take it anywhere. Some sort of weird cabinet. I guess maybe they kept, I don't know, maybe the coffee pot was on this counter type deal. I'd take that home to put my cups in, except for this building had asbestos in it. by the way, I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters. Here soon I'm going to be taking a road trip, and their support is helping cover the travel expense. And the trip is to film several cool locations in a bordering state. Hopefully I'll be doing that next week. Make sure and check out Andrew's Instagram pages. He's got awesome photographs from these locations. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. I appreciate it all. It's helps out a lot. Thank you.